Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Hey, Christy, going out to the garden as is. I just like the salvage look of it all. It might be like a tumbleweed and tumble all around, but and you may not even notice it. I notice it, that's all that counts. So this is our sad little front porch that I really haven't done anything with. So the ferns were purchased to go here. Now at our old house, I had a bench and the UPS and the drop-off delivery people put the packages on the bench. But since they are so busy and there's 3 steps that they usually it just goes right here. So I really don't need the bench up here. And it's a nice bench, so it's something I could resell. And I bought these and I like these. I should redo them. So I probably will go ahead and do something with them. They've been out here actually for a couple years, but I think both of the ferns will fit on both the side of the door. I've never been a fan of the gray of the door. I'd like to paint it black, and I'd probably paint this black too. As you can see, it's chipping off. Doors are expensive. I really rather it not have a window, but it's one of those features. That's what it is. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'll get to painting it, because as you see, like, the little fake stone that was put on the house is gray. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I can get to it. It's not a huge door. So yeah, at least we'll get this changed out, and that'll make me feel better. Just give a pop of green. Our house is very long. So original house, entryway, and then this was the old barn, which is now the garage. It's just really long. So I want to do a little decor in this space because it just makes it even look longer. I would like to be working on this area also to put some decor so it doesn't look so bare, especially now that you can see that side with my junk finds. So yeah, just to make it look like it's a little bit more lived in. So part of the little front porch, it's not a very big front porch upgrade, is one, it's going to get cleaned, and then 2, I bought some new rugs from Amazon, and then Chris is going to install a couple new lights just to fit in with our style. The lights are not bad on here, but we just have a look that we're going for, and we want all our outside lights to match. So these are what they look like, and there's completely nothing wrong with them, but we just want like our little farmhouse barn style lights that we love. So bought a few packs off Amazon. Need a bucket of soapy water. Luckily it's cooled off. These ferns are doing wonderful. They are beautiful. So yeah, yep, just gonna get new mat, door painted. I really would like that to be black, but I'm not going to do that because that wraps almost the entire house. So that's a project for another day. So just the front porch in this video. So this is what we purchased. It's a pack of 2. Doesn't give you a very big picture, but it matches the other exterior lights that Chris has already put up in the back and plans on doing on the barn and the pole barn. So the electrical box, oh look, you can see through me. The electrical box is not marked at this house, so we have no idea where which outlet, which switch, which breaker it turns off. So I'm up here waiting for Chris to call to tell him, so I can say, hey, yes, the lights are off. That's the one. That's how you figure it out. So after going into the basement, we had to come out to, don't look at the electrical in here. It's a little bit crazy, but this is the garage. So the front porch got tied in with the garage.
So when I turn this off, it shuts off all the lights here and also all the power along that wall there. But then it also shuts off the lights to the front porch.
Yes. So hold on, I'll go back out here. If you're changing out a light, yes, you have to turn off your breaker. The car out.
Take off these nuts that are holding it on.
Maybe. Always got to be one difficult one.
There's the second one.
Okay.
Ooh.
Why'd you say ooh?
Wow, just how corroded it is.
Oh. Ooh's usually not a good word.
Oh! How about that? Is that a better word?
Yes. Who needs a tool belt when you have a pocket? Tater, you're inside, kitty. No, Tater, sorry. The road's way too busy to have him being outside. As a car goes flying by. So if you notice something different about these, at the top of it kind of looks like an alien, it's because they're motion censored. They'll turn on when somebody walks up to the door. And they're an LED, so there's no light bulb changing, which should be very nice. The LEDs are bright. So they're on. So we have this other one he's going to change out. This one's kind of finicky. It's supposed to be motion censored. And you can see that the plastic is faded. It doesn't look very nice. So hopefully, I don't know what that'll look like underneath that. Our road is so busy, y'all. So he's going to go ahead and change that one out. We have a bigger one that he's going to put there, that like he put in the back side of the house. So we bought enough for the whole barn property. Yeah, okay, the whole property when we purchased this, so that they would all match. Kind of like what we're doing with the smaller outdoor lights also. So we've had these for a little while.
They're the same ones, yeah, that I had hooked up out back for the wood burner.
So you can see it nice. He's got one more that he wants to put out in that new garden area that I just did, but he's got some other plans this afternoon, so these are the same kind. They're the LED, so we shouldn't have to worry about changing that out. dirty. I'll probably hand him a Clorox
Well, I'm putting
one.
this back up.
Oh, don't put that back up.
Well, let me see hand me the
Or I'm gonna have to
light then.
Or I'm at the covers, and then I'm like, no. Yep, needed this piece.
Just cover up the sensor.
Oh, so we know it works. This one is dusk to dawn, so it will turn on. Not motion censored, it'll turn on at night. So this job's not necessarily going to be very easy because I have a very nosy cat who knows that I'm working on the front porch and wants out. I'm going to have to actually lock him up in a room because it's not going to work because I've got to have the door open and he wants to come out. So I have to have the door open to get the sides and he wants to come out. And remember I told you about Tater? He doesn't sleep. And I was hoping like this time around noon would be his Betty Bye time, but it's not. So unfortunately, he's not going to be a very happy cat. Then I'm going to have to lock him up in a room so I can paint the front door. Oh my goodness. So I'll show you. I'm going to open the door. And who are we going to see? We are going to see Tater, who knows. He knows. But if I open the door too far... Tater, do you hear how busy that road is? That road is too busy for you to play on the front porch. So see? Yes. Oh yes, he's a very inquisitive kitty. Oh, I hate that I have to lock him up, but it's just going to have to be done. Because, yeah, what's going on out there? We talked about getting a screen door, storm door for the front so he can look out, but he just cannot go out. It's just too dangerous. So I locked him up, not necessarily locked him up, but I put him in my computer room / bathroom. There's a door back here, And then when they were working on a furnace, there's a litter box, there's food, there's an open window. He will be fine. Why do they pull at our heartstrings so bad? So if I get the outer ring done, I am going to paint over this. I don't really care for this. I would like a whole new door because I don't really like the window, but doors are expensive. Holy cow. Doors are expensive. So I'm going to do what I can while he's locked up and he's not a happy kitty. And yet again, I forgot to get a paint tray, but it'll be fine. It will be fine. The gray isn't going to take too much to cover up. It'll be that white that will. So I'm not going to worry about taping off this oval. Look, it's already kind of a hot mess around it anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint it, and then I'll worry about cleaning it off anyway. It's going to take a few coats to cover white. Okay, coat one. I personally will like it with that inner detail being black. It'd be more my style. I thought I'd share with you why I'm waiting for coats of paint to dry on the front door, and I have to have my front door open, so I kind of like want to hang out in this area. I am feeding my annuals, my plants. So I do a mixture of Miracle-Gro and Epsom salt. So of course the Miracle-Gro for the root, the plant, and the Epsom salt's going to help the plant bloom or have more flowers on it. This is something I've done for years and it's always worked. All I do is mix it up I have a little Dollar General pitcher, just stir it with my hands. It's not going to hurt me at all. And then, yeah, finally, it's finally cooled down. It's like 69 degrees today. It was like on Saturday, it was like 93, 100% humidity that as soon as you stepped outside, you were sweating. So it feels so good to be outside right now, being able to do this. Usually I'm doing this like late at night or early in the morning. But look at how awesome this chicken feeder that I did is filling out exactly how I wanted it to. I'm filling in the back part of it. I didn't want to pour it over the plants themselves to smush them, especially in the heat of the day. Even though it's not hot today, it's a beautiful, beautiful temperature day. When I feed my plants, I do it just like I'm watering. I keep going with the liquid until it's running out of the bottom. So I know that it's good and it absorbed all into that soil and it's going to stay moist. Okay, time to get the window clean. 3 coats on the white, 2 coats on the door. I used Wise Owl enamel paint in the color Raven. So it's not necessarily like that deep, dark, like in your face black. It's the same color I used on my shop studio door that I like that subtle, like it's not gray, but it's not that very dark black. So just using a little bit of window cleaner and then a scraping tool just to get that paint off the window. Now in this light, it probably looks kind of gray still, but it is a black. Okay, I can finally shut my front door. I can let the kitties out. Of course, Tater went running. I'm trying to see where Peach is to let him know, hey, Peach, you can come out from hiding and you can come out, baby boy. Oh, he's so sad back there, like I had to hide. Never fear, here comes Tater to let him know it's all clear, the door's open, we can come out and play now. Okay, I ordered a couple new rugs from Amazon. Actually, the rug that we have right now is the one that the loan officer at the bank gave us. So I like the layered look, and I'm not ready to paint the small wooden porch area. So this is the one that I got. I just got some basic. Tater's trying to get out of the front porch. So basic, kind of looks like, you know, drop cloth core mat. I like the stripes. At my old house, I had the buffalo check, black and white, so I wanted something different. Now, when I was picking up the core mat, I was like, oh, I like this one, I like this one, but a lot of them were seasonal, so I know me, and I probably won't remember to change the, I change it for Christmas because I'm decorating for Christmas, because I have a Christmas one that I made, but I'll forget to change it for the season. So I'm just happy to have a cute little mat. And I figured it probably needed to be rolled out a little bit since it came in this nice roll package, so it probably needs to. Yes, I went completely black with just a welcome. There was a very pretty dandelion one, but it was all this color, and then the writing was in the black, so it really kind of blended. I really liked it, but for the money, I wasn't going to buy like two separate mats. So now the core mat just needs to kind of air out and kind of push the sides down a little bit. Now I feel like this space in the middle, I'm kind of working, tweaking, moving things around. He hung the new light, love it, but that's such a stark area. I have a little decor that I moved over here. I'm not positive about it quite yet. You know how we are tweakers. We move it. We're like, let me take it all in. Do I love it? Do I want to add more? Do I want to take anything away? But then I remembered about a flag at an antique mall. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe that would work in that space. So we saw these yesterday when we were talking about getting a flag for the front area. Yes, we could make one, but sometimes it's just convenient to support other people's small businesses. And Chris loves his box.
That's the advertising on
It's a little old. It's old cheese boxes, big cheese boxes. Are you curious? $80. It's cool though. On our way out, we spied this one, and it's actually made out of salvage pieces. And we'd actually hang it the other way because of the space we have. This one's $30. And this one's $50. Oh. So I want it to hang a different way, so we took the hanging system off, and now he's just adding a different kind of wire to hang it. It was just picture frame. I don't even know. He probably threw more out already.
I'll throw them in there.
Oh, is it just these? Yeah, it's pretty heavy for just those. It's made out of old barnwood barn, which is right up our alley. When we saw it, we knew. We had to rethink where we were going with the other one. I don't know if the other one would have survived outside so well. But I'm not the only one that happens to. Yeah. So there's just a lot of space right there. Yeah. It fills it up. Nice. So I'm heading out to our barn. This is, we call it the barn. To look for one more item. I feel like I need a little bit like more. Under the flag, I need something else in that space. Probably see if I can find some more flowers, but yeah, let's see what's in the barn. This is the barn. Just some storage. That's going into the booth. I'm not keeping that piece. Oh, maybe a wagon. Maybe a rusty, crusty wagon. I think I'd take the radio flyer one, maybe. Which one? Which one? So the neighbor's doing some weed whacking, but I'm pulling a little wagon. Let's see how this looks underneath here. So I had this, but this doesn't really necessarily match. Then I did find a birdhouse. Yeah, I don't know what's behind there. Who knows? So I had that geranium over here, but I wasn't in love with it. So I brought it over to the wagon. I love the little bit of labeling that's left on here. And maybe, yeah, again, it's got a little bit of labeling left. We don't use, this is where my eBay boxes are. So, need to bring the vacuum shop back. I don't mind that. Can I go? I think I'm going to grab this one. They're not fast sellers and I could paint them, but you really don't get out what you put in. I moved this milk can up here. Maybe find one more plant, maybe. The things that we do. So I may have added a few new things to the garden beside the studio. The flowers are really taken off. I thought maybe y'all would like to see a little bit of an update since I was doing some watering and feeding the plants. They filled out so well. The morning glories are going crazy. We might have had a lot of seeds in there. Added these little containers because I thought it needed a little bit more color. But yeah, turned out nice. Very happy with the space. Hard to get all into one frame though. That's close enough. I tweaked this. Not terribly, no, not really. I do love this little space. I love that nesting box. And I get to share it with all of you guys. I might have hung that sign differently and then hung up the little basket, but haven't painted this door yet. Not yet. Check out how the wildflowers are growing. Oh, they have really popped. We got some very tall ones that may be sunflowers. I don't know. I really can't remember what anything really was that I planted. I have the packets still, but they've definitely taken off. So hopefully they're not looking so much like weeds, and eventually they will be flowers. We do have a few plants up here that she planted, the person that we bought it from. So I love how the front porch turned out. It's just simple. I don't want to like overstock it. The simplicity of the door. And I know, there goes that busy road again. It's funny how the door does not really look black, because I know I have a label I need to take off. I know I should get that label off with some lemon oil, but yeah, the door doesn't look black because I think because of the doormat, but I like it. I like that I didn't really care for the white around the inside. Happy little spaces that just, look inviting when you walk up to our door. And then we'll walk over here to our very long house. Just a little $2 chair from an auction with a simple plant on it. And then the little red wagon with a geranium in it, with the flag and the new light. So back it up here so we can get it all in the picture. And then we'll come over here. I got one more little plant. And then just milk cans and some Rusty Crusties and a little birdhouse. And then Chris hung the star. But as I told you, our house is really, it's really long. Can you tell how long it is? Oh, especially with the added of the garage. But at least now when you pull in the driveway, you see pretties. And you can see the pretties over here. And now the barn just needs some needs some pretties. So I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me while I was doing the front of our house area. Our house is so long. It's so long. So it was finally nice to finally get some inspiration of using some of my junk finds and my Rusty Crusties and putting little areas to fill it in. Yes, I could have made a flag, and actually the metal flag that I had made on Ginger Chick, I put in the booth and it sold that week. So I'm like, oh, I should have known that I didn't know at the time that I wanted to put a flag there. So I hope you enjoyed just a little bit of extra content, just doing some decor on the outside while it is still summer. We have Tater here. It's still summer here in Michigan. So with that being said, yes, I'm ready to kind of tell my story of what is going on with me, why you're like, oh my gosh, why are you taking shots? And anyway, so I have a autoimmune kind of, it is an autoimmune. It is a syndrome. It is something that I was born with. It's not anything that happened to me. It just waited till I was older to come out. They don't know why. It's a very big word, and if you watch my channel, you know I struggle with words. So it is I have a cheat sheet. Antiphospholipid syndrome, also known as APS. So I'll give you the description so that I don't get it wrong. Syndrome is a condition which the immune system mistakenly creates antibody to attack the tissue in the body. These antibodies can cause blood clots to the artery in the vein. Blood clots can form in the legs, the lung, and other organs, such as the kidneys and the spleens. The clots can lead to a heart attack, stroke, or other conditions, hence why I'm taking shots in my stomach. And a lot of times this comes out when, since you were born with it and something that you have, a lot of women miscarriage or have miscarriages. I did not. So I had 2 normal pregnancies. I mean, I did, like when I had my daughter Zoe, I hemorrhaged, but the doctor just kind of played that off as a redhead thing. So I don't think that had anything to do with this syndrome at all. So what we're doing right now is I'm having like every 4-day blood test pinprick on my finger, because I need to get my levels, my clotting levels or my blood thinner. And it has to be like between a 2.5 and a 3.5 range. And when I started this journey of finally going to the hematologist and him finding out what I had, and then he sending me to an anti-cardiologinal clinic, which there's the big word again, because that's what I told the doctors. I'm like, whew, I am not a medical person. I don't understand everything that's going on. Can you dummy it down for me? I did. You know, they're big words, and writing them on paper is not going to help me even more. So anyway, so the doctor found that out, sent me to this clinic where they do tests, and they monitor your medication. And because I'm not between that 2.5 and 3.5 level, that's why I have to take shots. So we're working on getting me to in between that level. And so my first checkup, I was a 1.1. I just had a checkup on Monday. I was a 1.3. But my problem, if it's a problem, is the food that you eat. I did not realize that I am a salad junkie. I am a veggie junkie. I know you would look at me and think, really? But I also have thyroid. Last year I'd gotten diagnosed with Hashimoto disease, which then of course slowed everything down, and then my age, and then so even though I'm an active person and I eat healthy, some of us just struggle with weight gain, and it's what I've been given. So yeah, but I love salads. My body craves salads. So I have to, every day for lunch, that's what I would eat, would be a salad. So I have to learn how to change my salads, because the greener the lettuce or the greener the greens, the more they have vitamin K, which then drops down my levels. Broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, like all the yummies that I love. Brussels sprouts. I know not everybody likes Brussels sprouts, but unfortunately, yes, they told me not to change my diet, that we'll just work through this, but it's kind of hard when you see your numbers not getting up and you're having to take shots in your stomach area, which, bless God for giving me a wonderful man, because I have a huge fear of needles. I pass out in the sight of needles. I have been on the floor many a times during medical visits. Latest was the dermatologist when they had to check for some skin cancer. But anyway, oh yeah. Little did you know about me that I'm weak. I'm very weak. It is what it is. When you have a fear, you just have a fear, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's there. So luckily Chris is brave, and he gives me my shots. I have to have them twice a day, every 12 hours. In the stomach, my stomach is, oh my gosh. If I wasn't flabby, I'd show you how my bruises, but it would probably scare you. So with that being said, yes, so the journey of lots of doctor's appointments between, and of course there's nothing close where I live. Everything's an hour plus away. So since my levels haven't increased, I got the closer in Battle Creek, but my levels didn't increase. So now they're sending me back to Kalamazoo to meet with the specialist. Because I don't know, was I supposed to be off the shots by now? Everybody's different. But getting back to the salad thing, it's kind of hard to eat a salad when you're watching your blood levels not rise the way that they should, because I really don't want to take the shots. So I just have to figure out what to take away from my salads, how to change them. And it really just kind of sucks because, you know, I did that when I had my gallbladder out. Like, the healthy food hurt me, but the junk food didn't hurt me, and I had to learn to re-eat and take other supplements to help build back from not having a gallbladder. You guys are knowing way too much about me, and I never wanted to be that type of channel, but I understand that everybody's curious what is going on, and I know there's such a huge portion of the world that has things going on with their life too, so I don't want to be a big crybaby. It's just what I've been given. It's just what I'm going to have to live through. I don't want to have a stroke or a heart attack. I want to keep on doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to sit around thinking about it all day long. I'm just going to take my shots, take my pills, because I have pills and top of the shots to take, and keep doing what I'm doing. I mean, I feel good. I mean, I had the time I was in the hospital, but that was just a combination of a whole bunch of stuff that was going on. I've always considered myself was a healthy person. So anyway, with that being said, that's what's going on. You can research it. I appreciate everybody's prayers. We all in this world need prayers for one reason or another, or just because we're still here and we're putting our feet on the ground every day when we wake up. So anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope I didn't want to be a Debbie Downer or Debbie Downer or however they say that. You know, I know that I've gotten a lot of messages and I don't want to do one by one and try to explain it to everybody, because it is a lot. So, and I'm truly not completely standing it myself, and I'm just learning each doctor visits. I'm taking more in, and I'm learning how to live with this syndrome. So again, thank you so much for watching today's video. We love each and every one of you. It means the world to us. And I know we started this channel for Chris to come home and work with me full time, but unfortunately, like, it's slow growing with it being a lot of hauls and auctions, and there's, you know, like, home projects cost money, but insurance is a huge thing. Chris has really good insurance where he works. So as of right now, I mean, if I wouldn't have had insurance, or just like a regular, like we bought insurance, I don't know if my bills would have been as covered as they were, because there's, you know, when you spend 4 days in the hospital and you have all these doctor visits, insurance is a humongous thing. So as of right now, he's going to stay right where he is until we get this all figured out. Yes, that is still our hope and dreams, that sometime he can come home and work full time, but we have to figure out how to manage this all. So I know I've had those questions also. So thanks again for watching. If you're not subscribed to the channel, man, hit that subscription button so, you know, we can get our numbers up and I can get into the algorithm of YouTube. YouTube. So anyway, thanks again. We will see you next time, guys, and you can see what Chris and I are up to. Bye.